Raja Ampat, an archipelago of some 1,500 islands located just north by northwest of Papua New Guinea, is the perfect diving location to find 4 of the world's 7 sea turtle species. Indeed, Raja Ampat is home to the leatherback, green, hawksbill, and olive ridley species. In this video, we will focus on the 2 most commonly seen sea turtle species in Raja Ampat, these being the green sea turtle and the hawksbill sea turtle. Seen here is the green sea turtle. This species is the largest hard-shelled sea turtle. It is unique among the sea turtles in that it is an herbivore, eating mostly seagrasses and algae. The diet is what gives their fat a greenish color. So the name green sea turtle is not derived from the color of the shell, but rather from the color of the fat that this animal possesses. Green sea turtles are found throughout the world. They nest in over 80 countries and live in the coastal areas of more than 140 countries. Historically, green sea turtles were exploited for their fat, meat, and eggs, causing global population declines. Many countries, including the United States, now prohibit the killing of sea turtles and collection of their eggs. However, in some areas, the killing of green turtles for their meat or to supply shells to the wildlife trafficking trade remains a threat to their recovery. Bycatch in commercial and recreational fishing gear, vessel strikes, loss of nesting habitat and coastal development, and climate change are the biggest threats facing green sea turtles. Although green sea turtles are the largest of all hard-shelled sea turtles, they have a comparatively small head. A typical adult is 3 to 4 feet long and weighs 300 to 350 pounds. They have dark brown, gray, or olive-colored shells and a much lighter yellow to white underside. Their shells have 5 scutes running along the middle and 4 scutes on each side. Other distinct characteristics of the green sea turtle are their serrated beak on the lower jaw and the 2 large scales located between the eyes. Green sea turtles are found worldwide primarily in subtropical and temperate regions of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans and in the Mediterranean Sea. Female green sea turtles reach sexual maturity at 25 to 35 years. Every 2 to 5 years, they undertake reproductive migrations and return to nest on a beach in the general area where they hatched decades earlier. Males mate with females on foraging grounds, along migratory pathways, and off nesting beaches. The female lays about 110 eggs per nest and will nest every 2 weeks over several months before leaving the nesting area and returning to their foraging grounds. After about 2 months incubating in the warm sand, the eggs hatch and the hatchlings make their way to the water. Hatchlings orient seaward by moving away from the darkest silhouette of the landward dune or vegetation to crawl towards the highest horizon. On undeveloped beaches, this is toward the open horizon over the ocean. And now we see the hawksbill sea turtle. Hawksbill sea turtles inhabit the tropical and subtropical waters of all the world's major oceans. Hawksbills get their name from their unique beak-like mouth, which resembles that of a hawk and is perfect for finding food sources in hard-to-reach cracks and crevices. Indeed, they are the only species of sea turtle that can survive on a diet consisting mainly of sponges. In many parts of the world, hawksbill sea turtles face the unique threat of being hunted for their beautiful shell, also known as tortoise shell, which is used by craftspeople to create many types of jewelry and trinkets. The historical hunting and killing of hawksbills for their shell nearly drove the species to extinction. Today, the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species forbids the trade of any turtle products on the international market, including hawksbill tortoiseshell, but illegal hunting continues to represent a threat to the species in many parts of the world. Hawksbill turtles often nest in small numbers and usually on remote beaches. The largest populations of hawksbills are found in the West Atlantic, that is, Caribbean, Indian, and Indo-Pacific Oceans. The largest nesting populations of hawksbill turtles occur in Australia and the Solomon Islands. Approximately 2,000 hawksbills nest annually on the northwest coast of Australia, and 6,000 to 8,000 nest annually in the vicinity of the Great Barrier Reef. The largest rookery for hawksbill turtles in the South Pacific is in the Arnavon Islands in the Solomon Islands, where approximately 2,000 hawksbills nest each year. Arnavon hawksbills have been heavily exploited for their shell for centuries, but 2 decades of conservation and monitoring efforts are showing encouraging signs of recovery. Around 2,000 hawksbills nest each year in Indonesia and 1,000 in the Republic of the Seychelles. Hawksbill turtles have mottled shells consisting of an irregular combination of shades of amber, orange, red, yellow, black, and brown. The shells typically have serrated edges with overlapping scutes. Their head comes to a tapered point and their lower jaw is V-shaped, giving them a hawk-like appearance. Hawksbills grow up to 2 to 3 feet in length, and the shell can weigh between 100 to 150 pounds at maturity. Hatchlings are only 2 to 3 inches long and mostly brown in color. Hawksbills have 4 scales, 2 pairs, between their eyes and 4 scutes along the edge of each side of the carapace. Hawksbill sea turtles are omnivorous, feeding on both plants and other animals, but their preferred food in many areas is sea sponges. They will also eat marine algae, corals, mollusks, tunicates, crustaceans, sea urchins, small fish, and jellyfish. Like other sea turtles, hawksbills can migrate long distances between foraging areas and nesting beaches. On this point, we can note that Solomon Island hawksbill sea turtles can travel 500 to 1,000 miles, that's 800 to 1,650 kilometers, between the Arnavon nesting beaches and foraging areas of Australia. Hawksbill sea turtles inhabit near-shore foraging grounds, especially those near healthy coral reef habitats. Hawksbill sea turtles are estimated to reach sexual maturity between 20 to 35 years of age, depending upon a variety of factors, especially resource availability. Though the life expectancy remains unconfirmed, they are long-lived, an estimated 50 to 60 years. Every 1 to 5 years, female hawksbill turtles return to nest on beaches in the general areas where they hatched decades earlier. Hawksbills generally lay 3 to 5 nests per season, with each containing an average of 130 to 160 eggs. The nesting season varies by location, but in most places occurs between April and November of each year. Hawksbills typically nest at night on small and isolated pocket beaches with little or no sand and a rocky approach. They usually nest high up on the beach, under or in vegetation. After about 2 months incubating in the warm sand, the eggs hatch, and the hatchlings make their way to the water. Hatchlings orient seaward by moving away from the darkest silhouette of the landward dune or vegetation to crawl towards the brightest horizon. On undeveloped beaches, this is towards the open horizon over the ocean.